G'day everyone, this afternoon I'm doing a bit of fishing off the bank at Lake Nillahcootie.
Hey you!
You're watching Robbie Fishing. Now I've set up right down here at the bottom end of the lake near the wall. I'm sitting in the shade of my car, but I've got to get up and put a line in. I'm going to be bait fishing with two rods. This is a paternoster rig with a small yabby on it as bait. And my other rod has a paternoster rig on it for now. And that's going to have a couple of Jan Jark worms on it, but I may switch that over to a running sinker rig. I'll put that over that way a bit more to the left. That way they should not tangle. In the interest of avoiding tangles, I've moved my yabby rod just up the bank a little bit. And I've found a tiny little fork-shaped stick to lean my rod on. Now both lines are in, and I was just about to open my mouth and say, hopefully being a weekday, there won't be too many speedboats, and here comes a speedboat. Being a weekday, hopefully there's not too many speedboats. That's the problem. I was going to go up the top end of the lake. It's funny, my mind was telling me to go to a bay where there's a creek flowing into the bay because all of the creeks are running after the recent rain, and my mind's telling me go to a bay where there's fresh water running in. But my heart was telling me to come down here and fish near the wall. I don't know why. So I've decided to come down here and try. You can see just with the green grasses and stuff in the water that it's come up a little bit just in the last week or so. I just looked up and saw me the rod on the right moving around a little bit. That's got the yabby on it. Must have had a nibble on me worms. I just looked up and the rod was jiggling around a bit. Well, I've been here well over an hour and I've only had a couple of nibbles, so I'm going to pull my lines in. I'm going to go for a swim and put my underwater camera in. These rocks are a bit of a nightmare to walk on in bare feet. Down here seems to be a bit sandier. Let's go out here. Right, I'm up to my neck. I reckon if I put it in here, I can just touch the bottom. Probably just about 5 foot there, I reckon. Righto, where are we at? Photo, time-lapse, video. Right, hit record. Come back in about an hour and a half. Right, I'll put all Yabs back in. Where is he? Oh, he's out there in the open. Then I've got to tie a running sinker rig onto my other rod. Did my yabby just land about 2 metres from my sinker? Oh, it did too. Hating that happens. What I'm doing here, I've got one of my larger yabbies out because my small yabby fell off when I cast it out. So I've got one of my larger yabbies, I've euthanized him, and I'm just going to take his tail and use the tail for bait. Last time I done this, I got a 78 centimetre carp on the yabby tail. Righto, running sinker rig. Yellowbelly me up. There's a bite on the yabby tail. Oh, he's got that. Got him. Oh yes, it's a nice fish. If it's a yellowbelly, it might be a good one. I reckon it's going to be a carp. I've caught carp on yabby tails before. It's not a monstrous fish though. It's not. It could be a yellowbelly. It's fighting like a yellow. It's not fighting like a carp. I reckon I've got a nice yellowbelly on the yabby tail. Don't get excited yet, Robert, because you could end up getting unexcited when you see the. Oh, no, it's definitely a yellow. Just not as big as I'd sort of thought it was. There you go, folks. Yellowbelly on the yabby tail. I'll get a quick photo and I'll put him back. He'd be a legal fish. He'd be pretty close to legal, but a bit too small for my liking. Oh, snapped the line. I lifted him up. Oops. It's actually 35 centimetres. It's not a bad fish, but I've decided I'm going to put it back. Put it around that way. Go on. I measured him on my Yabby brag mat. 35 centimetres, it's 5 centimetres over the minimum, but still, I'd rather it be a little bit bigger, I think. Rightio, now I'm tasked with re-rigging this rod because when I lifted the fish up, the line snapped. Well, it's taken me 2 hours, but I'm on the board. Now I've got a fresh Yabby tail on and I'll put that straight back out there where it was. Gee, I'm glad my time-lapse camera here is no closer to the water. It's got water flooding up under it from that speedboat. Seriously? No, you've got to knock me stick over. Camera's okay. Sticks should be okay. My fork-shaped stick's getting lower and lower because the waves keep knocking it down. Oh, there she goes, she's almost completely down. Ah, bugger. I'm just reeling my lines in now so that I can go and get my underwater camera and get it out. I might leave my camera off my head so that I can go for a good swim. As always, upon hitting the bottom, the camera stirred up a lot of mud. Once that mud cleared, the water was still really dirty because this is Lake Nillahcootie and it never clears up. Anyway, the camera was in for a total of 1 hour and 41 minutes. At the 14-minute mark, I had a visitor that came and sussed out the camera, and that was it. Nothing else came anywhere near it. Well, not that I could see anyway. One lonesome Yellowbelly. And that was it. Absolutely nothing else came near the camera for the 101 minutes that it was underwater. Well, I've just remembered why I don't fish down this part of the lake very often. There's just constant waves. I've built a new rod holder there out of rocks. Now I'm going to do something now that I don't do very often. I'm going to ring a double paternoster. All I've got to do is put another loop in the line up here, up above my Yabby, put a hook on that, and put some worms on it. The reason being, in Victoria we're allowed to have 2 rods with 2 hooks on each rod, but we can't have 3 rods, and I want to have worms and my Yabby tail in. But in a little while I'm also going to flick a soft plastic or a spinner or something around and see if I can pick up a Yellowbelly on a lure. Right, there's my loop. I'll just put a hook on there and some worms, cast it back out, and there you go, the double paternoster. 2 droppers, one with worms, and one with the Yabby tail. And then after catching 1 fish in 3 hours, a bite window opened. Getting a bite here. Oh, you on there? Oh, my camera's falling off my head. He's on there. Got him. I've got a bite on that right there at the same time. This isn't, it's not a monster fish, but it's not a tiny fish. Might be another nice yellow. There's a bit of weight in this fish. Could be a carp too. I'm surprised I haven't seen a carp today, to be honest. Oh, the other rod's getting a bite too, look. Oh, I've been here all afternoon and nothing. I think it's a carp. Or is it a foul hook? What? Oh, you know, because I've got 2 hooks on. What have I done? It's tangled. It's a tangled Yellowbelly. Just had a nice bite on the running sinker rig too. It's a tangled yellow. I got him on the Yabby tail, look, again. They're loving that Yabby tail. Because this has got the 2 baits on it. Right, come on, mate. Well, that's a nice... Oh, come on. Settle, Gretel. That's quite a nice Yellowbelly. That'd be good for the table. Just got to watch this other rod here because, oh, it's getting a bite there now. It's all happening. Twilight bites are a thing. You know what? I'm going to take this one home for the plate. I'll get a quick photo, then I'll get it in the esky real quick. Well, that's pretty awesome sauce. I've caught 2 nice Yellowbelly and they've both been on the Yabby tail. On Yabby tails. Right, put a fresh Yabby tail on, the same worms. I did have a nice bite on the other worms while I was catching this fish. I'm sure he's had a bite on the right on the left again. Yep, there it goes. Definitely was a nibble. I reckon it's almost time to pull this other line out and flick that spinner around for a while. I haven't got the right rod with me though. I've only got my really short little stream rod. I haven't got my longer lake rod. Right, what I'm going to do is reel this rod in. so that I'm not fishing with 3 rods. Then I'm going to stand this rod up a lot more vertical, because I've been told that the more vertical the rod is, the better the bells work. And then I'm going to come out here a little bit and cast this bladed spinner. This is the Morpho spinner by French Touch Tackle in Robbie Raven colour. A colour that I named Robbie Raven. I only cast that spinner around for about 10 or 15 minutes because I kept getting lots of nibbles on my bait rod. So I put the spinner rod down and just concentrated on bait fishing. I just looked over here and this rod was bent right over and the bells weren't even ringing. I give up. This is why people say, why don't you use bells? I've never had a lot of success with them. Well, I gave the spinner about 15 minutes or so and didn't do any good. So I might just focus on bait. I accidentally left my camera on for 5 or 6 minutes and didn't realise I was recording, and then when I got a bite, I hit stop. Whoa, shit! I was filming there for ages, I didn't even realise I was filming. I got a nice bite and I raced up and hit stop. This is another nice fish. Gee, this real stiff. I didn't realise I was filming, and as soon as I got a bite, I raced up and grabbed it. This isn't a carp, is it? It's, I don't know. I reckon my money's going to be on a nice yellowbelly, although it is giving a bit of a carpy fight. It is. It's a Murray cod. I got me second cod of the cod season on a yabby tail. They're all going after the yabby tail. I shouldn't be surprised because it bit like a cod. Bang! No warning. Cod number 2 of the season for me. Righto, Murray cod. See you later, mate. Go on. Every fish tonight has been on the yabby tail. I won't show you the gross bit, I'll kill it first, then I'll take its tail off, but that's the size of the yabby that I'm using. Just a medium size, probably a little bit larger than I would like, which is why I'm using the tail. Anyway, I better get this tail on the hook and get my line back in. Right, hey, yabby tails are go. Yeah, this is a problem with the double paternoster rig. Now I've got an epic tangle here, right at the time of night, but I just want to get my line back in. The double paternoster's a good rig. It's certainly got its place, but it's certainly not my go-to rig. Wow, look at this. Can you believe it? We'll be right back after these few short technical dramas. Right, now just put the hook through once, like I would if it was a live yabby. Then I cast it out. Was a bite straight away. That had a bite the moment it hit the... There it goes. The moment it hit the bite, and again. Well, literally, it's moving. Someone's playing with it. I'm going to hold it for a sec. Something's pulling on it. Something's playing with it. I got him. No, I think I got him. I felt a little bit of weight, but he got off. I reckon he might have just been sitting there with the bait in his mouth. I reckon he set the yabby tail because it's looking a bit crushed. I should put a yabby tail on this other rod. It's not doing too much over here. That might not be a bad idea, you know. I'll put this in, I'll give it 6 seconds. And if it doesn't get a bite straight away, well, I'll go and put a yabby tail on the running sinker rig. Righto, another yabby tail. Yabby tails all around. A big bite. I won't touch it. It could have got the yabby tail. It was a pretty decent bite, that one, but I'll just give it a second before I reel it in and check it. Yeah, that's about a second. I'd rather reel it in and check it and put it straight back out than leave it sit there without any bait and have the fish swim off. And as it is, the bait is still there. So that's all good. Just had a bite. It's only been back in about 20 seconds. There it goes. Oh, I was playing with it. I was just about to go and sit back down in my chair after I put it in, and I got a bite already. I've positioned myself on my esky right in front of my fishing rod, so that if I get a bite, I'm right here. Here we go. Take it and got him. Oh, I done him. I felt the weight again. I felt the weight. I'm untangling the bottom one, but I'm tangling the top one. Got him. He's very small. Not very small, but he's not as nice as the other couple that I've got. It's a smaller fish. Very small, he's about 3 inches long. This is bigger than that. Looks like a yellowbelly, I'm pretty sure. I can see those flashes of gold. Yep, on the worms, this one. First fish on the janjucks, on the worms. Might be getting a bit dark for some underwater footage, but I'll try it. Right, hopefully there's enough light for this. People sometimes ask me why I don't use a double paternoster rig. That's why. It's okay out of a boat, but when you're fishing off the bank, it can be quite problematic. Alright, fresh worms. Still got the original, the OG yabby tail on that's been on there for a while. Let's get that back out. I wonder if this will stop getting heaps of nibbles now that I've caught that fish. I just had a nice bite. He's still biting. He's still there, I reckon. Yep, got him. No, haven't he got off? There goes. And I've got to strike really hard because I've got a lot of line out and I've got to take up all that slack. I'm surprised that I haven't seen a carp today. I haven't caught a single carp. Get that back in. There's not a second to lose. Should just hold it. As soon as it hits the bottom, it gets nibbled. Here we go. Got him. Got him that time. Oh, this fish has got a bit of weight to it. Oh. Might be another nice yellow, or another maybe 30 or 40 centimetre. It won't be a 40 centimetre cod. It's not fighting like a carp. It's either a nice yellow, or I'm going to guess a 30 centimetre cod. Being a bigger fish, it'll be interesting to see whether it took the yabby tail. It's a yellow. And it's on the worms. Come on, mate. Out you get. That'd be a legal fish. I'm not going to worry about measuring it. I've got one for a feed. And even if I didn't have one for a feed, this would be too small. I've got to be pretty... The minimum size is 30 centimetres and it's just not very big. Oh, another nice yellowbelly. On your way, mate. On your bike. See you later, mate. Now, I've probably got another epic tangle, have I? Yep. All the bites were coming on yabby tails, nothing on worms. So I took worms off the running sinker rig, put a yabby tail on, and now all the bites are on worms. It's 8:45. I don't have a lot of light left. What I'm going to do is take this yabby tail off. I actually broke that top dropper off. I'm now back down to a single paternoster because it was just too tangled. Say yeah, nah to the double paternoster rig. Can I just go the worms on the one dropper? See if the day's got one more fish left in it for me. I reckon it has, you know. I reckon I've got about 10 minutes to catch another fish, and that's about it. Then it will be too dark. You can just see my rod tip. That one there I can see easy because it's silhouetted against the white, sort of, the light water. Did I get him? I was getting a nice bite. No, I missed him. There's a fish on there. Oh, am I filming? I don't know if I'm filming or not. I'll have to have a look. Yep. I just cast it back out and I was leaning it in the rod rest and the line was really tight. It's not a very big fish. Oh, he just got off. After all that, he just got off. You bastard. On, take it, and he's got that. Got him. Not a very big fish, but I knew the day had one more in it. I won't, look, bigger than I first thought, actually. I won't be rebaiting after this. I'll be taking any bait off the hook and packing up. Where is it? I can't even see it. I think here it comes. What do we got? Another yellowbelly by the looks of it. It's not only caught on yellowbelly in here, I've caught silver perch in here as well. And the odd redfin, although they've thinned out since these native fish have been introduced. Righto, I've lost count of how many fish I've caught. Last yellowbelly. I'll see if I can get some underwater footage, but I don't think this will work. We'll try it. Gone. Well, the day started slow. It took me 2 hours to catch my first fish. Then I sat here for ages before I got another bite. Then right on sunset, bang, they just went crazy. And I ended up having one of my more memorable Lake Nillahcootie fishing sessions. And I've even got a feed of fresh fish to take home. Thank you all very much for watching.